So we need to find Mr. Johnson. See what the mission is all about. A lot of security and that's it. Mr. Johnson, are you Bull? In the flesh. We've got a job to do. It's a delivery run of sorts. Should be even easier than your standard extraction hub. Club Antumbra is still busy with its opening night crowd, so this will be your best chance to slip in unnoticed. Or shoot up the joint if you want, I could care less. Just make sure that this box gets delivered to Kali's office on the 3rd floor. Are we clear? What's in the package? I thought you were a professional. Is this your first run? What did I get myself into? A dangerous package should pay a premium. I suppose that's true, and if it were dangerous, why would I tell you? You'll do the job for what I offered, no more. Well, here's the thing. If I find out that your package later on is somehow dangerous to me, and you basically did not include that information, we're gonna have a problem. You're gonna pay it one way or another, just saying that you would probably prefer to pay it in money. Okay. What's the scene like inside? I'm keeping my distance. A man like me shouldn't show his face in there. It sounds like quite a party though. All sorts of trash has been coming in and out. You'll fit right in on the dance floor. We're lucky they will have pulled security from the upstairs office to help cover the main floor. Might make things easier for you. Fine, I've got it. Pleasure doing business with you. I'll be here with your payment when you're done. We got a Johnson's package. A small, tightly wrapped parcel. It feels like there's a metal container under the brown wrapping paper. Antumbra. A wave of sound hits you as you step through the door. Everything inside is so shiny. Kali spent plenty of money constructing this place, and it's designed to extract as much new yen as possible from each person walking through its doors. Despite the tempting distractions, you'll need to find a way into the adjoining offices in order to deliver Johnson's box. Okay, who are you people? Term, Dalmin, drunk patron and manager, locked door. Access terminal, security, bartender. Okay. Antumbra Information Center. Welcome to Antumbra. How may I virtually assist you today? Building amenities. As the Sprawl's newest club, Antumbra features the latest state-of-the-art comfort for Seattle's finest denizens. Kali's extensive industry contracts ensure that the hottest acts will always appear in Antumbra. Our bars are stocked with the most delicious beverages, including artisanal brands of Tengil. Be sure not to miss our dining room, where Seattle's finest chefs prepare meat from real animals. Music schedule. Don't see anything worth notice here. More information on Kali. Once hailed as the next Maria Mercurial, Kali used her money and fame to launch her own music label, quickly becoming one of the most respected players in the industry. As someone who has lived the creative life, Kali has proven unusually adept at recruiting new talent, successfully luring many artists to join her. Antumbra marks the first step in what's certain to be an exciting expansion into live entertainment and real estate. So that probably means she's also made some enemies. Manager. May I help you with something? Can you get me upstairs? I'm sorry, sir, but that's simply impossible. The office is closed to visitors this time of night. Stay down here and enjoy yourself. So, I'm pretty sure I can't talk my way into that. So we're going to have to find another way or just start shooting, and I'm not going to start shooting with a pistol. And no armor, so, and probably 2 action points, so we probably don't want to start fighting in the open. Dalmin. Well, well, what have we here? Bull, right? I was talking with your friend Term the other day. She said you two work together. Well, more specifically, she said you would stick a knife in my back if I showed my face to her again. So, what can a little guy like me do for you? What do you think of the place? Seems promising. Of course, it doesn't have much competition out here in Everett. Beer's cheaper than the downtown clubs, and Kali has booked some impressive talent. The real test will come after the opening fervor dies down. This place needs backing if they want to keep drawing people in. Have you met Kali? Oh, I've seen her, but she wouldn't know me. She's always focused on fighting the next rising star. It's easy to overlook a little dwarf when you have her stature. From what I've heard, she's perfectly nice for an ambitious narcissist. Okay, then what brings you here? Apart from the fantastic drinks and eye candy, you mean? I just finished a run, wanted to relax a bit. It gets tiring to constantly haze the other runners on my team, and a little misunderstanding with some Halloweeners nearly ended us. Fortunately, I was able to call on a fire elemental to cover our daring last-minute escape. It felt good to be the hero of the hour for a change. And this is clearly written by a person who's actually played a shaman once in her life. Or played with one. That's pretty much what a shaman does. It does have limited offensive casting ability, but what you want a shaman in your team for is the ability to pull spirits out of its ass and buff your teammates. And haste is probably the best buff there is. It's one additional action point if you get it to high enough of a level, 2 additional action points. That attach give basically fairly skilled, competent, effective killer 2 extra action points, and it can really do a huge amount of damage. Okay, can you tell me anything about this box? Dalmin turns serious when you hand him the box. His eyes grow unfocused and he seems a little less present than he did a few seconds ago. I'd be happy to consult on your run. Let's take a look at it. Oh. Oh dear. His jovial mood has flown away. Galmin regards you with a growing frown. Well, do you have any idea what's in here? No. This package is filled with nanites, unbelievably small machines, and these ones are created to tear things apart. There are enough in there to infect this entire building. If they're designed to replicate, they could take over the whole district. So, I'm no expert, but once this thing is open, they'll swarm through the entire area. Just a couple of nanites are plenty for implanting cyberware. With this many in a box, they must be for an attack. Who would do that though? There's nothing in here but aspiring trio stars and DJs. The whole building will be doomed to destruction. So, what do you suggest I do? Kali runs the joint. You could show her the box and see if she knows why any Johnsons would be after her. Of course, backing out of a contract will hurt your reputation. You can just do the job and get paid. It's what we usually do. And if you're feeling cheeky, I suppose you could always go back to your Johnson, ask him for some more Nguyen. Not much is illegal in Seattle, but I'd say a mass nanite bombing certainly qualifies. This could be a rare opportunity for some prime blackmail. That's an interesting thought. Are your services for sale? I'm actually here to celebrate a successful run, but yes, I'd never turn down an opportunity. Tell you what, my pals are coming here in 3 hours. You can have me until then for just 500 million. Pricey. I need to see my options. Having a shaman would be pretty much perfect because we need someone to back us up, and a shaman usually has well, he probably has at least ability to summon. Well, spirit summoning isn't exactly the same as conjuration, but he can probably summon spirits, so that's an extra fighter, and buff our speed. That alone is useful, but if he can heal, that would be perfect. Healing in this universe means you can use med packs to actually heal hit points, but healing spells only heal the last damage that was done to you, which can be 1 point to 20 points. It doesn't really matter. That's a sort of a mechanical oddity that you get used to. It's if you do a massive amount of damage to someone, that's not necessarily important. It's equally important to ensure that you can do even a single point of extra damage on top of that, so they can't really easily heal that damage. So it's it also means that you sort of want to keep people constantly healed up. So if you take it's not that hard to damage a guy who can do a lot of damage in a single strike a turn. It's much harder to try to heal through a couple of guys doing a reasonable amount of hits per turn, even if the hits themselves aren't that damaging, because you can't really recover from that anymore. Okay, too pricey. So long. Be careful, Bull. Enjoy the party. Maybe I'll see you around later. Term would be an old acquaintance, apparently. Female troll. You spot Term, another hungry young runner who has started making a name for herself. Recognition flickers across her eyes, and she bellows out a greeting. Hi, Bull. Here to watch the breeders. Germ lets out a bellow, clearly enjoying herself. Judging from the bottles littering her table, she has already drunk enough to kill a lesser species. What are you doing here? Trying to make rent. Figured they could use some extra muscle for their grand opening. No luck so far. They just bring down more guns from upstairs. So what do you think of the place? My pa would call it a target-rich environment. Too bad security is so tight. I don't know who fronted Kali the dog to open this joint, but it's got to have megacore packing. You don't find these pros in Everett. Have you been upstairs? You kidding? I'd get shot on sight. No way a troll like me could pass for talent. They sure put on a bright front here, all smiles and dances. But if you start prowling through the offices, they'll drop you quicker than Kali's next single. Okay, want to join up? 500. We could basically, I guess, hire both of them, but then we would be broke. At the same time, if our options are to hire these guys or go on with a pistol and no support, we're hiring them. Yeah, take care. Drunken patron. Hey! Salaryman is many hours into his celebration. His words slur out like toxic sludge. It's impossible to get a drink here. Come on and give me some Earl. We can comply or try to get him to not drink. How would I care? That stuff will put you in an early grave, and I'd love to help. His face blanks. Huh? Here's some Nian. Give me something good from the bar. No, not this bar. The other one's better. You say so. So there's the security guard or bartender. Hey guy, want a drink? Or maybe some hardware? Okay, beer, hurlg, soy calf. What kind of music are you listening to these days? I do all kinds of stuff. I prefer listening to neo jazz, like Total Commitment, while working on my screenplay. When I want to feel energized, I turn on some loud deconsecrated or other thrumming music. Most of my friends enjoy chromatic metal, especially Trance Stalker. And at the end of the day, I unwind with toxic house music like DJ Omphalos or DJ Fistboard. Yeah, any advice? He reflectively polishes the bar for a moment. You can't take it with you, you know. New yen, I mean. Supplies and stuff always comes in handy. Money will burn a hole in your pocket, but spare medkits always come in handy. Okay, he's a shopkeeper. We can buy our basic gear. We need a rifle of some sort. We're no good with pistol or a shotgun. We have terrible armor too, but at the same time, having a couple of extra points in armor is not gonna make that big of a difference. And we only have 1,000 actually we have 1,200. We are going to buy the drink for the drunk. See if we can get something to move us forward. Although I want to speak to the security guard first. If we can take the money and don't have to go that route, it would be great. spells. Aim, Dispel Magic, Heal, Wound. That's probably the best money you'll ever spend on any caster. Requires spellcasting 2 and nothing else. Heals all the damage from the most recent attack. Conjuring. Magic spells, major spells compared to conjuring, I guess, are a lot more attack focused. A lot of attack spells. There are debuffing spells, armor spells, and things like that. Target ignores all enemies for 2 rounds, mind wipe. But a lot of damage, area of effect damage, basically grenades on demand or direct damage spells of various kinds. So definitely focus on attack. And while there are a few, there's the healing, there are some debuffs and buffs, but those are not. The focus is definitely on offensive capability. Conjuring's a bit different. Area of effect spell that reduces the chance of target someone by 50%. Area effect spell that reduces any sound made in it to 0. Air barrier spell. Target of the silence spell makes no noise. Haste. Slow. So definitely lacks the offensive punch you'd want if you want to be an offensive caster. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but the offensive casting usually comes from your summoned spirit. If you invested a lot of that, the spirit you summon is usually fairly powerful with a lot of powerful abilities that are pretty much there on the mage list spells, so you can sort of get that to in a roundabout way, but it's not the same. I don't know which one would be better, mage or shaman in a group. The heal, as long as someone has the heal, that's all that matters. Even I might take the heal. The problem with that is I do intend to take cyberware, which means I would be terrible at healing anyway, so it's better to have someone else do it. G casting wouldn't matter too much. Passive abilities. Passive. The adept gains heavy cover bonus to magical spells. G casting 10 required, yeah, probably not that. We could take magic resistance, maybe stride. Stride. Passive. The adept's movement is increased by 2. Active. Increased by a further 2 for 3 rounds. But what we are not going to, very likely not going to do that. Not because it wouldn't be good, but because I want to focus on fairly non-magical things and cyberware. How much is healing? Yeah, fetishes is what shamans use. You don't always need them, sometimes you can just pull the spirit out of the environment, but you have to have fetishes. You can't risk your life on the fact that there just happens to be a spirit there when you need it. Sometimes there just aren't. Okay, we're not going to buy any of this. What we need is a weapon and at least 500 left extra, so I can buy one of the other Shadowrunners. I'd probably take the Shaman. If he has heal, great. If not, he can still buff. But what we need is an assault rifle. How much are they? Easy. Well, probably under 1,000 anyway. These are sniper rifles. I would very much like to have a sniper rifle, but they're terrible at short to medium range. So I guess the best assault rifle is 800, cheapest is 500. Katana, machete, baseball bat, horrible. Spiked fist. Shit. We could basically buy the AK-97 if we want to have a team member. Yeah, this is because we have basically 500 extra if we buy the weapon. However, 100 of our current new yen is from the guy who wants to buy the drink, and that means we'll only have 400 extra, which means no backup guy. Shit. It would be a significantly better weapon. I don't think the AK-97 has auto fire. It makes quite a bit of a difference. I could be wrong. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to buy the AK-97. Oh shit, but it's only the difference is only 300, and once we spend the 500 on the AK, it's going to take some time to get the money back. Shit. We sell something. I can sell the pistol. Actually, I'll do exactly that. No, I don't have a weapon, but I have extra 100s. So if we spend 800 on this, we will still be left with 600, which means we can buy the drink and a companion. So let's do it this way. Simopal 88V. Basic assault rifle that is surprisingly good. Damage 11, range low, capacity 30. And we still have our basic healing items. More importantly, we have the money. Yeah. I want some herb. Actually no. I need to talk to the security guy first. I need to see if the buying of the herb is even necessary. Yeah, 612. I'd rather take the shaman. I'm sure the troll is fine, but I'm looking for the healing if at all possible. Here you go. Excellent. I'm going to finish this drink. I will meet you upstairs once you find a way into the office. Can I see it? No. Guess we'll just have to rely on that. Okay, security guard. Pardon me, sir, but this area is restricted to Antumbra personnel only. What exactly is back there? You're probably picturing a glamorous non-stop party with Kali and all of her tri-bit friends dancing and drinking and fragging. I assure you, it's as boring as any office, desk and terminals and regular patrols by highly armed security like myself. So, yeah, we're not... I need to get inside. I very much doubt that. I don't know why you would even want to get inside, but in any case, I only have one job. Stopping orcs like you from entering. So yeah. We could pick a fight, but I don't want to pick a fight. Not here. Can we go outside? No. Oh shit. So it has to be the drunken guy. We don't really have other options. It's that or go home, basically. Hey, issue. Where's my herb? Here you go. He downs it in one gulp. That's the stuff. Nobody else will give me nothing. A few tears start trickling down his face. You're so much nicer than the other servers. You should get a job here. Well, Brenda is said so. Overcome with emotion or something, he lays his head on the table and begins softly snoring. Are you Brenda? May I help you with something? The gentleman over there said I should speak with you about employment. She looks in the direction you are pointing. Oh, right. Thank you for calming him down. He's been very unpleasant to my servers all evening. Unfortunately, I'm fully staffed up at the moment. That is, unless you are interested in helping with sound. One of our engineers failed to show up tonight. Yeah. Whiz, I'd love to break into the industry. He attempts to suppress a smile. You may be disappointed. There isn't much of a career path from tech to talent. Still, it can be a good chance to meet people. Here's your uniform. The initial setup has been done. Just keep an eye on the stage and be ready to fix any problems. Yeah. I have to say, I probably wouldn't hire a sound engineer like this, but at the same time, the quality of work usually put in certain professions makes me believe this is exactly how they hire people there. Inspecting the sound system. You notice some wires are dangling from the massive sound system. We basically only have the option of cutting the wires. I don't see how this necessarily directly helps us, but this is the only path I can take, so... You pretend to busy yourself near the equipment. When nobody seems to be watching, you deftly slice through the cables. The sound instantly cuts out, sending a chorus of boos throughout the club. Ooh, we have work order. Okay. Somehow there's a possibility of getting a work order. How's everything looking? There's a glitch in the sound system. I'll need to go backstage to fix it. She sighs softly, resigned in the knowledge that something always goes wrong on opening night. Kali won't be happy with this. Better fix it soon. Here, take these papers over to the door guard and hurry. Yeah, at least we got inside. Backstage. Yeah, where's your work order? Yeah. The guard carefully scrutinizes your papers. Hmm, this all seems in order. Go ahead, but don't go wandering upstairs. The guards up there are real shoot first, scrape the body off the floor later types. Yeah. And Umbra officers. You pass through deserted hallways awash with dead lights of energy-saving bulbs. As you make your way up the building, the furnishing grows nicer and the carpet thicker. You must be getting close to the executive suite. Sure enough, you have arrived in the nexus of Kali's entertainment empire. Here is where art meets commerce. Her legacy as a singer enshrined and capitalized for increasing marginal revenues. New artists are identified in these rooms by the latest algorithms and Kali's own perceptive ear, then are recorded and distributed across all forms of media in all territories. You've been lucky so far, but it can't hold for much longer. The real world isn't allowed to intrude on such a rarefied atmosphere. A nearby comms buzzing. Mr. Johnson. I couldn't help noticing a silhouette appearing in the window. Figured I'd give you a ring and see if everything's okay. You recognize the oily sound of Mr. Johnson across the comm. He must have performed thorough reconnaissance to know which desk number to call. You need any assistance? Locked door up ahead. I'll ask about the package. Is it true that you handed me a box full of weaponized nanites? Calm goes silent for so long that you start to think Mr. Johnson has disconnected. Well, now I need to decide whether it's worth my time to kill you. You think you can take me, little man? Maybe not. I'll try and be clearer. While Kali likes to pretend that she started Antumbra by herself, she had help. Mitsuhama bought the land, paid for construction, and gets a piece of all the action. What they didn't realize though was that they hit the jackpot. A new side of power has emerged in the tunnels below Antumbra, and those morons are too busy making Dreki music to notice it. My organization wants the site, and we need to get it without alerting Mitsuhama to what they have. Hence the box, which will make them drop this property faster than you can blink. What does that mean for me? You were hired to do a job, and I still expect you to do it. If you back out of your contract, I'll see that you never work in Seattle again. But if it's New Yen you want, we can work something out. I'll monitor your progress and check in after you drop off that parcel. You may end up playing a larger role in all of this, thanks to your nosiness. I'll scram before I change my mind and bring in a more reliable runner. I need to know what the hell do we have. No, I know what I have, but what are you good for? Decent hit points at least. Spellcasting 3, summoning 3, conjuring 3. So this guy's all over the place, but that's not a bad thing early on. What I want to see is your equipment. Can't heal. Crappy fire elemental fetish, air barrier, which is crap. Does action point damage though. Haste. That's always useful. And power bolts. Not really useful, but yeah, this guy probably isn't gonna help too much, but still, I think we made a correct choice with our use of money. Having to go it alone is always very risky. Key card. Oh shit. Loud siren rips through the air. Oh shit. That door is the only one we can go to. Coyote Totem. Grants all allies within range of 3 with quickness +1. Buff the killer. Well. How good are you? They're both in the open. 6 points of damage and barely registers. Unarmed combat. Okay, let's see you do what you do. You can do full auto fire and fire normally once. Oh shit, you hear the sound of boots approaching from the door ahead. Oops. God damn it. Targeting certain specific areas is very hard in this game. Yeah. Oh. Because something's in front of them. So it's reliably hard to get them to work again. Oh, yeah, let's see what happens. I can't see any more targets. They have about 20 points of health each, I guess. one had 30. Security guard, security mage. Mages can be very troublesome. We need to kill that one before it does any damage. Every time the fighting ends, we'll automatically heal the last wound we received, so we'll basically recover to full health if we do that. Yeah. Khalid, the woman across the desk glares at you, her imperious face betraying no hint of distress. What are you doing here? Not saying anything. You're making me nervous. Sure enough, her calm is getting ruffled. You spot some motion under the desk, no doubt activating a silent alarm. Who are you really? I'm not saying anything. I see how it is. I've taken too much trek over the years to put up with scum like you. I won't let you ruin the highlight of my career. Security! Another mage, a guard, and security captain. This guy is already hidden. Hidden so well I can't do anything. Okay. Being able to shoot at least once. Actually, I'm most worried about the mage. Let's try normal shots. We're doing well because we are getting critical hits, and that's why you want the weapon skill. I think it increases chance of a critical hit. Normal attacks do, I guess, no. Compared to normal attacks, critical hits usually do 1.5 to 2 times the damage. So it's a very, very, very important factor. Okay, the phone. Mr. Johnson, you slipped the package into a desk drawer before answering the comm. I noticed the alarm went off. Is everything okay? I took care of it. That's my guy. I knew you could handle it. Listen, there's been a slight change in plans. I do appreciate you finishing the job, but Kali just called up every Lone Star in Everett. They'll arrive in any minute now. There should be an elevator back there which will take you to the basement. My employers have reason to believe that it's... well... don't worry about it for now. Just be aware that you may encounter some dangerous beasts down there. Bring along some extra firepower. You didn't sign up for this, but I'll tell you what. If you can take care of any creatures down there, I'll double your pay for the job. That seems fair, right? Yeah, always happy to take another job. Glad to hear it. Now scoot along before the heat arrives. Ooh, medkits, hopefully. Yeah. Advanced medkits. Advanced medkit. Below. Elevator takes you to an underground garage, where a service elevator whisks you to the sub-basement. As you walk along the unfinished floor, you realize that you are stepping into something old. A system of tunnels that has certainly been here far longer than the building above. Excellent. See if we can spend the karma wisely. We need to get this guy a heal as soon as possible. Okay, what can we buy with 5 karma? It's not gonna be a lot. At the same time, we're a simple man with simple character building options. Did I? We can't get it yet. If we want to do any kind of range combat upgrades, it has to be quickness. More life wouldn't hurt, but I'll take weakness. Chance to hit in range combat reduces the chance to be hit by enemy physical attacks. It cannot be a bad thing for us, and it's a necessary thing anyway, so yeah. Chance to hit increased, chance to avoid getting hit increased.